Guys, Devin here with Lifetime Preparedness, and as usual, one of the most important topics we're going to talk about, and that is food. So, let's get into it. What do I think is the most important type of food to get? Okay, let's break that down. The most important type of food, that's going to depend on you and your situation for the most part. Where you are, what you have access to, things like that. Money, for sure, especially when it comes to talking about freeze-dried food. Um, I personally buy my freeze-dried food in small increments because I don't get a lot of freeze-dried food. I'll be honest, the main reason I do have this freeze-dried food is because if I have an extra $10 bill in my pocket or whatever, and I'll just go buy a bag or two. And I also, right there, since I don't have chickens, eggs. Eggs are the big thing for me. I love eggs. But yeah, we have freeze dried food. We have the basics like white rice. A pancakes flour type mix that you can just add water and you get bread product. That's a base just like the rice. We have our pre-made, ready to eat things like soup. This one happens to be a New England clam chowder. This one happens to be SpaghettiOs with meatballs, which is one of my favorites. Both of those are. That's why I get them. To other things like peanut butter, mashed potatoes. Those are all basic things that most people usually have in their homes. Now, what is more important? Well, for me, and honestly for you, the most affordable thing, if you're on a budget, which most of us are in one way or another. Some people it's $100 a month, some people it's $1,000 a month. But I would say, just to get, when you're starting out, or even now, the base thing that you should have is a lot of rice. Lots of rice. That will last forever the way you pack it up, and I'll show you in a minute how I have that packed up. You know what? I'll show you now. Come over here, and this is some of my rice, beans, and everything else that I have. Got flour in there, got salt, sugar, pasta, rice, all white rice, and then I have black beans, pinto beans, stuff like that. I have some bean soups in there as well. So let's get back over to... So that is how I pack that up, and that will last 20, 30 years indefinitely as long as it's stored properly. The only thing you have to worry about with those Home Depot buckets is the lids, and rice is just a great affordable option. I think this was like $1.50 for this rice right here, $1.75, something like that. But you go to Sam's Club, I think it's up from 16 something to almost $19 for a 50-pound bag of rice. That's fairly affordable. Pack that away, good to go. Good long-term food storage. And when it comes to cost, you get more calories with the rice than you do with the freeze-dried food for the cost. I mean, think about it. This is $9. I am pretty sure it cost me less than $9 to pack 50 pounds. Well, sorry, less than $9 for the amount of servings and the amount of calories I get in this. I'm pretty sure this is $1 something. Is that 20 servings at 160 calories? This is 2 servings at 510. Yeah. Yep. I'm sure there's a little more protein and all that stuff in there, but actually maybe not, because this is 3 grams of protein per serving. So yeah, this actually has more, surprisingly, because this only has 14 grams, and so that's 30. So yeah, whatever that math is, I think this has more, if I'm doing the math correctly. So what's better? I think the most important thing is to have base things like white rice, like pancake mix, like beans, just basic things. Even having ingredients like flour and stuff to pack it away. And then after that, I would say go get other things that you would normally eat, like peanut butter. Stock up on peanut butter. Stock up on 4 cheese mashed potatoes. And it doesn't have to be 4 cheese. These are just my favorite. But stock up on the instant mashed potatoes. I've eaten these 7 years after the expiration date. These ones are best before 2019. These are brand spanking new, if you ask me. They're sealed in a Mylar bag. They're completely fine. I've had them 7 years after, and they're completely fine. Taste the same, amazing. And then in my opinion, then I would go and I would get the ready to eat canned goods after that. Because these you can just pop open, eat right out of the can. You don't even have to heat it, which you can heat it, tastes better. But SpaghettiOs and meatballs, I eat right out of the can sometimes. I'll be honest, they're very good. Don't even heat them up. And then you got the soups right there. So, I mean, go and get your ready-to-eat meals. You can get MREs too, but canned goods are much more affordable. Yes, they're a little heavy, but if you have a space a storm and you don't plan on bugging out and you plan on bugging in, have them ready to eat, pop them open, eat them. And then after that, then I would go and get your freeze-dried foods. They're just very expensive. Yes, they're very lightweight. They store well, different spaces. They last 30 years. I think the best by date is May 2050 on this one. So, I mean, while they are good, they're very tasty. They're quick, easy to use, not messy at all because you eat them right out of the bag. It's just not very cost effective to have a lot of these to sustain people for a very large amount of time. It's not cost effective at all unless you're rich. And let's face it, most of us aren't rich. So it's really not that cost effective to do that. So I would say rice, beans, pancake mix, stuff like that, and then go to your staples like peanut butter, mashed potatoes, things like that, and then move on to the ready-to-eat canned goods that you can eat right out of the can, don't have to cook it, and then move on to your freeze-dried foods. That's probably the order that I would recommend to people. It's just what I have found the best, and you can stock up on a lot of this. I mean, you guys just seen all the rice and beans that I have. Well, that's not all of them, but that's just a little bit that I had. So that's kind of the way that I would do things. But you guys know your situation. You know your situation. You know what's best for you. So go do it. Get it done. Go get some food. Go out today. If you guys got a little money, go spend $20 on some food. Go ahead. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go spend $20 on some food because that's about all I can afford right now until next payday. But I was able to scrounge together $20 from returning my bottles, and that's what I'm going to do. So, with that being said, if you guys want to show support for the channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends and family. That way we can get the message of preparedness out there. A lot of people don't know where to start when it comes to prepping for food. Hoping this video helps them. We got to get the message out there. There's lots of things that could be coming in the near future, either this fall, this winter, or early next year. So just in case of those potential events, we want to be ready. So let's get as many people into it as we can, and let's get this video out there. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later.